people to come and bear witness against this betrayal of our faith.
I am honored to be here today, and I am grateful to all of you for allowing me to be a part of your graduation. It's all right. I also want to thank you for the honorary degree that I received. I know it has not been without controversy. Congratulations, class of 2009. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
All eyes were on South Bend, Indiana today as President Barack Obama crossed over the protest lines to deliver the commencement address at the University of Notre Dame. Now, the Vatican may have been silent throughout this controversy, but thousands of Catholics all across the U.S. have made their opposition crystal clear. Now, they argue that honoring Barack Obama, the most pro-abortion president in American history, that stands in stark contrast to the teachings of the Catholic Church. Now, many boycotted today's ceremony and instead attended a prayer vigil on campus that included seniors who refused to attend their own graduation. The South Bend area bishop also skipped the graduation for the first time in his 20-plus years as bishop. Now, inside the Joyce Center, the president of Notre Dame tried his best to turn the commencement into an Obama campaign event.
We welcome President Obama to Notre Dame, and we honor him. He has been a healer. He has set ambitious goals across a sweeping agenda, extending health care coverage, improving education, especially for those who most need it. He has declared the goal of a world without nuclear weapons and promoting renewable energy for the sake of our economy, our security, and our climate.
Many of the graduating seniors quietly voiced their opposition to Mr. Obama's policies with images on their mortarboards, but some refused to stand silent. During President Obama's remarks, he was interrupted on several occasions by protesters. Now, in his remarks, President Obama urged those in attendance to come together despite what he calls minor disagreements on the issues of life and death, and he even got in a plug for his book.
As I considered the controversy surrounding my visit here, I was reminded of an encounter I had during my Senate campaign, one that I described in a book I wrote called The Audacity of Hope.
Our own Ainsley Earhart has been on the ground in South Bend all day and joins us tonight with an update. Ainsley.
Hey, Sean, let me paint the picture for you. You have thousands of people here on the campus. Many of them wanted to hear Barack Obama. Many of them did not. They wanted to come on the campus and pray for this university. Now, out in the front of the university, there is an intersection. Hundreds of people were out there today, a little more radical off campus than it was here on campus. Many of those people were arrested. I'll get into that in a minute, but I want to tell you what it looked like out there. As you can see, graphic signs, they're holding signs. There were banner wars out there. Many people had sound systems with microphones shouting what they believed in. There were heated discussions, both sides getting in each other's faces. And then there were 39 total arrests today, 40 arrests prior to today, but 39 today, 17 at one entrance of the university and 18 at another entrance, and 4 inside the commencement ceremony. The way this all worked, if a protester came onto the campus, they were arrested because they did not have a permit. They were charged with trespassing. One of those who was arrested was Norma McCorvey. She is the Jane Roe from Roe versus Wade. In 1998, believe it or not, she became a Catholic. Now she is a pro-lifer. She felt like she wanted to do her part, get her opinion heard, so she came here onto the campus knowing she was going to be arrested and put her hands behind her back and went off peacefully with the police officers. We also spoke to Alan Keyes. Alan we saw out there in the intersection today. He had just gotten out of jail, being behind bars because he's already been arrested twice over the last few days. This is what he had to say.
But the motive for all of this is clearly political payback. There are people on board at Notre Dame who have gotten favors from Obama, and they are repaying those favors by prostituting the name and reputation of the university.
Now, on campus, a completely different story. The students here are really prayerful, very respectful. We talked to lots of people on the campus. They all had different views, but it was just a different scene here. This morning, there was a morning mass in the center of the campus, and then, as you mentioned at the top of the show, Sean, there was a prayer vigil at the grotto, and lots of people were out there, hundreds of people, in fact. About 50 students chose to be there at the grotto and not go inside the commencement ceremony at the stadium, which is next to us, including this gentleman. This is Jeff Tizak. He's a football player here. Jeff, why'd you decide to be at the grotto instead of being inside the stadium?
Well, at Notre Dame, especially with athletics, they teach you that you're part of something special here. You're taught that something sets this university apart, makes it unique, makes it somewhere you want to be instead of another university, and that's the Catholic identity. And we love this university, and we didn't want to see it betray that identity. And we felt that, since basically this decision, they had betrayed that, we didn't want to be part of the commencement. We'd rather be one that was sanctioned by the bishops and the school, so we went with that.
All right, well, we respect your opinion. Congratulations today. I wish you all the best, Jeff. So as you can hear, Sean, lots of different opinions out here, and folks are heading home now, and we're wrapping it up. So back to you, Sean.